And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Getting you ready for a little Lady Kahawks basketball action today. We have both games for you. Junior varsity will begin things here in just a moment, and then we'll follow it with the varsity game as Belleville East comes to town for the first time during this shortened and very frantic schedule called the 2021 basketball season. Again, I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're still waiting for starters to be posted. That's why I kind of held off on coming on for just a moment, because we don't have a lot to talk about when it comes to the junior varsity side of things. We do not have stats. A lot of junior varsity teams don't keep stats. Collinsville is one of those. So we can go with what we have. Collinsville comes in under JV head coach Steve Schneider at 4-3. They are coming off a win last night over Metro East Lutheran, as was all four squads. Both the JV and the varsity girls and the JV and the varsity boys won over Metro East Lutheran last night, and most of it was a little bit on the lopsided side. And Belleville East, their junior varsity team coached by Garrett Guest, comes in with an overall record of 3-1. Hey, there we go. We got some starters posted, so give me just a moment here to circle all my starters, and we will be right with you. Weather-wise, we have turned the corner, folks. I know y'all look forward to my weather predictions, right? Or my weather forecasts. Anyway, after weeks, it seems like, well, 13 days to be exact, under the I got new numbers on the Collinsville team again. After weeks being under freezing, we have finally made it above freezing today. And yesterday, as a matter of fact. So we're happy for that. It's going to get warmer. I got another 20 on my Belleville roster. I don't have a 20 on the JV side. Okay, neither do I have a 41 or a 43. Love it when these things happen. Well, we're underway, and I'm going to have a bunch of no-names, so if anybody listening and watching can help me out, we would certainly appreciate it. Well, I got different numbers on the floor than I have up on the board, so Oriana Brown's not on the board, but she's on the floor. So I'm trying to figure this out as I go along. Okay, I see a 35 and a 14, yes. And a 13 I have. Forgive me, folks. These things sometimes happen. You get rosters handed to you and numbers are wrong. And I don't know. Well, now everything's disappeared on the big board. So apparently I was looking at last night's numbers. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Ricky Merlak, I know who that is. Over to Emma Rabashitsky. She wears number 14. A handoff to Katie Bardwell. She's on the floor as well as figured. And a basket there by Maisie Galan, who last time we had a game with Collinsville and Belleville East, it took her forever to finally get on the board. And glad to see she gets on the board a little bit early here. So moving right along. Rebound by Collinsville. And the Kahawks bring it up court once again. I think I have everybody here. I have 14, 15, and 20, and 41, 43. Yep. All right, now I have 13, 14, 25, 33, and I believe that's 35. 35, not 34. Okay, so the board's wrong. The girl's wearing 35, and the board has it at 34. Okay, I think I got it all set now. All right. Finally, here is Sophia Tentillo, and she puts it into the corner, and a travel over on the far side by Oriana Brown. So, your starters for Belleville East, Micah Olden. They do not have heights listed on the Belleville East roster, so Micah is a junior. Sophia Tentillo, a sophomore. Ava Hamilton, a sophomore. Oriana Brown, the junior. And Madeline Greenfield, the other sophomore here for Belleville East. For Collinsville, we already pretty much touched on the starters, but we'll move right along anyway. That is on the far side, Montgomery. Montgomery back out this way for Bardwell. Emma Rabashitsky on the floor. She gets the ball as well. Also Maisie Gilland on the floor, and Ricky Merlack. Turnover by Collinsville. Each team now with a turnover. And Collinsville still holds a slim 2-0 lead. 6:05 left to play here in the first quarter of this JV game. And here come the Lancers. They are in their powder blue road uniforms. Numbers are in navy blue. They have the word Lancers in white letters written across the fronts of their jerseys. And luckily to say, I found the right color to match my scoreboard as well. Inside is Greenfield. Turns around, takes a shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Galan for a moment. And then it's clamped on by a Belleville East player. Possession arrow says Collinsville. So a turnover for the Lancers. Collinsville will get the ball back. Collinsville, of course, the home team. They're in their home whites, trimmed in purple. Down the sides, numbers are in purple on their backs and their fronts, and the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. Here's a shot from the free throw line by Rabashevsky. No good. Rebound belongs to Belleville East. We'll get in the flow of things here as we get along after the debacle of the starting lineups. Here is Crowder. And inside it goes to Tantillo, and Tantillo travels, so no basket. Third turnover for Belleville East, and we are stuck at 2-0. I tried to make the little scoreboard on top a little bit smaller so we can see the basket. But Jenna Scheller has already been a pro at this. She's on the camera for the first quarter here from the varsity side as we have a tag team unit again on the varsity side and the junior varsity side because I, for the life of me, cannot find anyone to commit to coming in here and running the camera. There's a nice little job there on the shot by Montgomery. And it's 4-0 in favor of Collinsville. Out to the top of the key, Tantillo. Back over to the side of the corner for Olden. Dribble drive into the paint. Turnaround shot by Greenfield. No good. Rebound is on the floor and still on the floor. And Collinsville comes up with it. Then Belleville East comes up with it. And then a timeout called. And I'm not sure if he called the timeout while Collinsville had the ball or not. But at any rate, we're under the 5-minute mark, so it was a mandatory mask break anyway. We'll step aside for the first time this afternoon. Be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
So Collinsville did indeed get the timeout called in time. And the Kahawks get possession. We have a whistle on the ensuing offensive attack, and our first foul of this game is going to belong to Jordan Crowder of Belleville East. First foul for Belleville East anyway. Collinsville has a foul, and that belongs to Gilland. Inbound pass comes into Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky back where it came from in Bardwell. Bardwell into the corner, back out to Emma. And over to Ricky Merlack. Back on the far side for Montgomery. Montgomery passes backwards, and around the perimeter we go again. Here is Rabashevsky. She drives baseline under the basket, throws it out for Merlack. Couple of steps in the perimeter, takes the shot. Couple of bounces, won't go. And the rebound belongs to the Lancers. 3:50 left to play here in this first quarter. 4-0 in favor of Collinsville, in case you're just joining us. And another travel by the Lancers. We do have some boys' finals for you at Belleville East today. The freshmen and the sophomores have already played. JV is going on right now, and varsity will follow that one as well at Belleville East. Both freshman and sophomore teams lost today, but by slim margins. Freshmen lost by 1 point, 44-43, while the sophomores lost by 5, 55-50. 3:35 left to go here in this one, and a whistle will stop the action before Murlach's layup can count. And Ava Hamilton picks up a foul for Belleville East, I believe. No, we're going to call that one against Olden. Here's Murlach off the glass. Won't fall in. Rattles a couple of times. Rebound belongs to the Lady Lancers. Belleville East brings it up. That is Tentillo. Over on the far side now for Crowder. Crowder tries to work it inside the lane for Greenfield, but that position's cut off real quick. And nice try on the save by Crowder, trying to keep that one from going out of bounds, but she bounces it right off the purple sideline over there. And that turns into the 5th Belleville East turnover. So Belleville East looking for their first points. Every time they try, they turn the ball over. Here comes Ricky Murlach. Murlach over on the far sideline to Rabashewski. Rabashewski dribbles with the left hand at the free throw line. Tries to pass it, has it blocked out by Greenfield. Ends up into the hands of Crowder, and Belleville East works it back across the line once again, looking for their first points. Into the corner it goes. Nice give and go, and shot over the rim. Rebound again belongs to Belleville East. Second rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here comes Sanaa Harris. Harris with a pass underneath the basket to Rabashewski. Has the ball knocked out of her hands by Tentillo right as she was going up for that kiss off the glass, and that draws another whistle. 2:38 left to play here in this opening quarter. 4-0 in favor of Collinsville. Harris inbounds. And does so a little haphazardly there to Montgomery. Montgomery kicks it out to Murlach, and Murlach high off the glass, can't get it to fall. Rebound goes under the legs of Montgomery and right into the hands of Tantillo. Belleville East out rebounding Collinsville 5-3, but still the Lancers have nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Shawnice Adams into the game, into the corner, a three-point shot. That one misses and falls right into the hands of Bardwell. Did not touch anything on the way to young Miss Katie Bardwell. Shot taken, nothing made, and another rebound by Tentillo. She's probably had about half of her team's rebounds thus far. She brings the ball up, gets it onto the wing for Crowder. Crowder back at the top of the key for Adams. Over on the far side now for Olden. Back out to Adams. Now into the corner, and a bounce pass to Greenfield. Misses the mark, but it comes out front and picked up by Crowder. Moved into Tentillo. Her shot no good, and there is a foul called as Tentillo along with Montgomery were fighting for that control of that ball, and Collinsville gets the whistle in their favor. 1:40 to play here in this opening quarter. Into the game is Dejanay Willis for Collinsville. Here's Bardwell. She's a freshman, and she's a pretty good freshman from the games I've seen so far. She brings it around over onto the left wing. Fires a pass over to Willis. No good on the three-point shot. Rebound belongs to the Lancers. A little, excuse me, didn't mean to pass it to you, pass from Fetters to Greenfield, and Greenfield shot, but a whistle ensues, and a foul belongs to Willis. The 5'10 freshman comes into the game and commits a foul. To the free throw line, that is Madeline Greenfield. She's a sophomore. First free throw attempt by either team right here. And no good. Rabashewski and Montgomery back in. Murlach and Galan to the bench. Greenfield, one more shot coming her way. That one's in. And Belleville East is on the board for the first time here this afternoon. Comes with 1:10 left to play here in this first quarter. 4-1 in favor of Collinsville. Very low-scoring first quarter. Rabashewski for three, top of the key. Hard shot right off that fat part of the iron. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Put back up by Willis. Won't fall in. And now a jump ball called. This time possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Lancers. Third Collinsville turnover. And the Lancers have a chance to maybe tie it with a three-point shot or get to within two before this, or get within one before this quarter is over. We're down to 50 seconds. Pass comes out to Crowder. Baseline bounce pass, and almost stepping out of bounds with it was Fetters. And the Lancers keep it alive. Here is Crowder, and that's a three-pointer, and she does indeed tie this game. Collinsville comes down with 30 seconds to work with. Here's a three-point answer. That one hits the front of the rim, and Rabashinsky gets the rebound on the missed three-point shot. Back out beyond the perimeter. Here is Rabashinsky with another three-point try. That one again hits the fat part of the iron. And again, the rebound is handled by the Lancers. They have a chance to actually take the lead before this quarter ends. Here's a loose ball picked up by Collinsville, however, and the Kahawks with a chance to take the lead before the quarter ends. Here is Harris, high off the glass, no good, and a blocking foul will be handed out to Shawnice Adams. And Sanaa Harris will have a chance to give Collinsville back the lead from the free throw line with 8.6 seconds left to play. Harris looking for her first points here in this contest. She'll wait a little longer. Harris launches the next. That one's through. Collinsville back out front by 1 point, and 8 seconds left to go for Belleville East to try to retake the lead. Here is Fetters. Outside on the wing. 1 second left, picked off by Collinsville, but not enough time to do anything with it. And that is how quarter number one comes to a close. 5-4 in favor of Collinsville. We'll take a break and come back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 5-4 is our score after 1 quarter of play. Collinsville leading by 1 point. Belleville East didn't score their first point until there was 1:15 left to go in that first quarter, so kudos to them for battling back when they were down 4-0. Collinsville will get the ball back. And Ebba Rabashinsky will inbound from the far side sideline. Does so into the backcourt for Bardwell. Bardwell moves it over to Willis. Willis in the perimeter, bounces right back, but an over-the-back call is going to get called against Greenfield. And Greenfield will pick up her first foul as a team. That is number 5 for the Lancers. So Collinsville will inbound from underneath of their own basket, and it'll be Bardwell with the honors. Yeah, Sanaa Harris open way over here on the wing, but that works too. Willis gets the inbound pass and banks it off the glass for a couple. Collinsville extends their lead back to 3. Ball loose for a moment, and here is Deja Smith, and she does lose the ball this time. And it's popped up and over. Rabashinsky tries to keep it in, and she does. And then a timeout called by Coach Schneider just as Sanaa Harris was about ready to teeter over the top and fall out of bounds. Nice job by the head coach to keep that from happening. So we'll take a break. Back in a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
So now Harris inbounds, does so to Emma Rabashitsky, and then too hot to handle over there for Willis, and Collinsville turns the ball over for the fourth time here this afternoon. 7-4, Collinsville with the 3-point lead, 7:19 left to play here in this second quarter. Here is Brown. Now Collinsville will pick up a foul just as Brown was driving baseline. This one's going to go against Sanaa Harris. That'll be her first, team's third. Inbound pass comes in right off the bat. Brown puts it up, and she is fouled underneath the basket, and will have a chance to turn this into a three-point play. Foul belongs to Willis. That'll be her second. Team's fourth. At the free throw line, Brown, one shot, and she'll miss it. And the rebound belongs to Lucy Montgomery. Gives it up to Bardwell. Bardwell up onto the left wing, almost traveled. Here is Rabashitsky. Rabashitsky back in the slot between the top of the key and the center court circle. 6:50 to play here in the second. 7-6. Collinsville leads by one. Here's a pass over to Harris. Harris over to Willis. Willis almost lost the handle on that one, too. Gives it up to Rabashitsky. Rabashitsky, nice little move there. Gets around a whole swarm of people, but couldn't connect on the basket. But she'll be going to the line for two shots on the second foul by Madeline Greenfield. Rabashitsky looking for her first points in this contest. Good on the first one. Collinsville and Belleville East making some player changes. Montgomery and Harris out for Collinsville. Merlack is in along with Galland. Emma Rabashitsky, meanwhile, makes both of her free throws. Collinsville back out to a 3-point lead. Here is Brown. Cross-court pass for Tantillo, and Tantillo's pass sails away in front of Olden. And that's the 9th turnover for Belleville East. Kahawks with a chance to widen their lead. Here comes Ricky Merlack. Merlack, the junior, also plays a little golf. She was one of my first guests on our talk show we had during the sports shutdown, and Merlack shoots, can't get it to go in, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Belleville East. Inbound pass from underneath the Kahok basket once again, coming from Bardwell. Bardwell into Willis, and Willis has the ball knocked out of her hands. And they're going to say, no, it wasn't knocked out of her hands. Belleville East gets the ball on the 5th Collinsville turnover. 2 minutes expired here in quarter number 2, 9-6 in favor of Collinsville in this JV game. Varsity game to follow. Here's a pass on the wing for Smith. Smith takes it baseline, overshoots the basket. Rebound belongs to Tantillo, and Tantillo brings it back outside the perimeter. Gives it up to Smith, now into the corner for Olden. Back to Smith. She'll go in from there, high off the glass. Can't get it to go. A rebound put back up. Still won't go in off the hands of Rogers. Another rebound for Belleville East. Back to Rogers underneath. Can't get it to get up there all the way. And now the ball on the ground, and a jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow in favor of the Lancers, so it'll stay down at this end of the court. Kirsten Rogers underneath the basket for the first time here in this game, and she had a few chances to knock that one in, just couldn't get it out from in between that rim and the basket where it meets the glass. Here's a shot that rolls across the rim, and the rebound this time belongs to Gillan for Collinsville. Over to Bardwell. Back over this way now for Rabashishki. Rabashishki back to Bardwell. And Bardwell positions herself at the top of the key. Over to Ricky Merlack. Merlack over on this side now for Willis. Willis back to the top of the key. Back over now for Gillan. She steps in the perimeter, gives it up to Merlack. Merlack drives baseline. That's cut off by Smith and Rogers. So Rabashishki will restart things, and here is Merlack. Merlack had the ball knocked away by Olden, but Olden had too much of a reach in, and she'll pick up her second foul. 4:47 left to play here in this second quarter, and we have ticked our way under 5 minutes, which means a mask timeout, so we'll step aside as well. Back in a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Todd Duke, and we're glad that you're with us. We have 4:47 left to play here in the second quarter. Ricky Merlack at the free throw line, looking for her first points here in this contest. And she'll wait a little longer as well. Over on the far side, and into the corner, a three-point shot misses from Olden. And the rebound comes all the way back out, and that's a travel. Try as she might, Smith could not stop those feet from moving as she slid across the floor and tried to keep her balance and just could not do it. Merlack brings it across the line for Collinsville. To Bardwell. Bardwell, far side sideline, brings it into the paint. Takes the shot from in front of the free throw line and hits it. And she'll have a chance for the bonus as well. Merlack picks up her first 2 points, and Oriata Brown picks up her first foul. It is the 8th team foul for Belleville East. Well, they called that one on Shawnice Adams. More free throws coming up. Good. And Bardwell turns a 2 into a 3, and Collinsville leads 12-6. Lancers with the ball, and almost throwing it away again there was Smith. Gets the ball up to Olden. Olden back to Smith. Smith on the right wing has the ball knocked out by Rabashinsky, but Smith was able to stay with it. Now on the far side for Adams. Adams back to the top of the key, fires a pass, and a travel again by Deja Smith. I don't know what happened there. If young Miss Brown was muttering something under her breath that the referee heard, but I think he handed her a warning or something. So she goes out. Emma Fetters comes in. Here's Ricky Merlack over to Bardwell. Bardwell Dribbles, free throw line, gives it up to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky has that ball picked right out of her pocket. Nice play by Tantillo. Tantillo, slides and travels. That's a couple of times now that the Lady Lancers have slid on the floor and have turned the ball over, and I think maybe Mrs. Tantillo might have twisted an ankle in the process. Amanda Bauer will go out and check on her, so while we're dealing with that, looks like Tantillo is getting up and walking, or trying to anyway. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121, or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville, or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Tantillo is being tended to just a few feet away from where she ended up on the floor. Being tended to by Amanda Bauer. Having trouble with that right ankle. I thought she might have twisted ankle down there. She'll get worked on. Meantime, Collinsville tries to take advantage of another turnover, and to the free throw line, Ricky Merlack after a foul by Emma Fetters. And it's good. Front end of a 1-and-1. One more coming for Merlack. Sanaa Harris will check in before that shot. Bardwell back to the bench. 3:26 left to play here in this second quarter. Collinsville up 13-6. Another try here for Merlack, and that one is through as well. 14-6 so far. Belleville East held to just 2 points in this second quarter. Dribble drive into the paint and almost turned another ball over. Did Olden, and now a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Kahawks. Turns into a Lancer turnover anyway. Bardwell didn't stay on the bench very long. She comes back in. And Emma Rabashevsky to the bench. Inbound pass. Yep, it belongs to Collinsville. Possession arrow was in their favor. Inbound pass comes in from Harris to Merlack. Merlack over to Bardwell. Putting on some backcourt pressure on the Lady Lancers. Up across the line and a travel by Harris. .306 left to play here in this first half. Inbound pass comes in from Aaron Porter into the game for the first time for Belleville East. And here is Micah Olden. Olden onto the wing. I believe that's Fetters. Can't tell with all that hair in the way of the number. It is. And over on the far side for Porter. Into the corner now. Olden. Back out front we go for Adams. Over to Fetters. Back to Adams. Adams at the top of the key. Now onto the left wing for Olden. Olden back out front. On the wing again for Fetters. Now into the corner. A pass intended for Adams at the free throw line. Misses her, but there's Olden to clean up the trash. Shot, no good. And a foul that's going to be called against Kirsten Rogers. We'll give the ball right back to Collinsville with 2.5 minutes to play. Sophia Tantillo walking under her own power with her shoe off, and a little bit of a noticeable limp there as she walks behind the benches to get back to her bench. So we hope she's okay. She's played a big part in this game so far for Belleville East. Lots of rebounds, and although she has no points, she's made a difference. Here's Montgomery, drives baseline, shot off the glass, bounces off the rim and good. Montgomery now with 4 points for Collinsville. 16-6 in favor of the Kahawks. Double-digit lead, 10-point lead, and another turnover by Belleville East. Nice try over there by Jordan Crowder to try to keep that ball from going out of bounds, but it was already headed that way, and she just stepped on that line when she touched that ball. So inbound pass for Collinsville coming from the far side sideline. It'll be triggered by Sanaa Harris into the backcourt for Rabashevsky and across the way for Montgomery. Montgomery already into the paint, kicks it off for Willis off the glass. Well, it didn't touch the glass, touched the rim, but the rebound belongs to Montgomery, and she can't get it to go in. This rebound belongs to Rogers, and the Lancers bring it up. And a nice transition play off the glass there. And Jordan Crowder, to add to her first quarter three-pointer, now has 5 points and a chance to make it 6. Foul belongs to Harris. That'll be her second, team's 5th. Crowder, this is on her one and only shot, and the rebound belongs to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky brings it up. Emma being watched carefully by Crowder. Step for step to Montgomery. Into the corner now for Merlack. Back out front we go. Here's Harris. Over on the far side for Rabashevsky. Just outside the lane for Willis. Back to Rabashevsky. She drives and lost control of the ball. Picked up by Crowder. Or excuse me, that is Olden. And a travel. Man, oh man. 16th turnover here in this half by Belleville East. Garrett Guest letting the referee know that there was contact with Olden before she traveled, and he felt that should have been called. Here's Rabashevsky, Emma, over to Sanaa Harris. Harris into the corner for Merlack, just inside the perimeter, throws it over the rim. And the Lancers bring it back up. No look pass far side for Olden, and off the bottom of the backboard. And then the rebound put back up and in by Oriana Brown. She now has 4 points. Belleville East making a comeback, and another turnover by Collinsville will help that effort. And off the glass, no good. Rebound put back up, still no good. And another rebound belongs to the Lancers. Almost threw that one away, but the Lancers stay with it. Here's a three-point shot, and that one hits for Micah Olden. And just like that, Belleville East is back into this thing. Here's Collinsville trying not to turn the ball over again, but boy, oh boy, that backcourt pressure Belleville East is putting on is really perplexing the girls wearing the purple and the white. 26.7 seconds left, and this game went from a 10-point game to a 3-point game real quick. Here's Brown over on the far side for Olden. Top of the key now for Crowder. Gives it up for Fetters. Fetters over this way, and a whistle. Lane violation by Belleville East. So Collinsville with a chance to score the final bucket of the quarter. 14 seconds left. Here's Bardwell. She's double teamed. Gets it up to Harris. Harris across the line to Montgomery. Montgomery travels. Man, rash of turnovers. 8.2 seconds left now for Belleville East to get that final shot off. Oriana Brown inbounds it to Olden. Olden back over to Brown on that far side sideline. 4 seconds left. Throws it up into the hands of Rogers, who was like surprised she got the ball, and the ball ends up on the ground at the buzzer. So Collinsville holds on and leads by 3 after leading by 1 after the first quarter. So that's the way that quarter number 2 comes to a close. Fast and furious there at the end, and that makes for some exciting basketball. It's halftime. We'll take a break. We'll crunch the numbers, come back and give you all of our first half stats, and we'll do that in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, "The usual?" So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or 2. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network for another doubleheader day. JV girls followed by the varsity girls, and in the JV game, we are at halftime. 16-13 lead by the Collinsville Kahawks. It was 5-4 after one quarter of play. Collinsville led by 1 point, and Belleville East waited all the way till the final 1 minute and 15 seconds to score their first point. Then they ended up making it close. Collinsville got the better of the Lancers in that second quarter as well, 11-9, but a fast and furious into that second quarter by the Lancers. Looks like they come alive during the last couple of minutes of each quarter, as Collinsville was lucky to maintain their current 3-point lead at the end of that frantic second quarter. Leading scorer in this one thus far is on the Lancers side of things. That is Jordan Crowder with 5 points. Behind her is Oriana Brown with 4. Micah Oden has 3 and 1 point for Madeline Greenfield. For Collinsville, 4 points for both Ricky Murlack and Lucy Montgomery. 3 points for Katie Bardwell, 2 points each for Maisie Galland, Denasia Willis, and Emma Rabashinsky, and 1 point for Sanaa Harris. Rebound battle being won by Belleville East. They are all over the boards here this afternoon. 15 rebounds for the Lady Lancers compared to 9 for Collinsville. But turnovers, well, they're plaguing both teams, especially there at the end of that second quarter. Lancers have 17 turnovers in this game, and there at the end of that second quarter, Collinsville added about 4 or 5 more to their side of the tally, and they now have 12. From the lines, Collinsville doing pretty well from the free throw line, having hit 6 of 8, while Belleville East has hit 1 of 4. Collinsville is 0 for from the three-point stripe, 0 for 3, while Belleville East has got a couple of key three-pointers, and they have hit 2 of their 4 shots. Halftime over at Belleville East High School as well, and the JV boys for Collinsville have themselves a slim 2-point lead, 26-24. So the girls have a 3-point lead here. The boys have a 2-point lead over at Belleville East, and earlier today, both the freshman and the sophomore teams got a chance to play the counterparts wearing the sky blue over at Belleville East High School, and both the freshman and the sophomore teams lost today, and they were by slim margins. Freshmen's lost by 1 point, 44-43, while the sophomore team lost by 5 points to Belleville East, 55-50. You are now caught up on everything that I know, so we will step aside as we get you prepared for quarter number 3, and that'll be coming your way in just a little bit here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahok Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke here. Lauren Lee on the camera, former Lady Kahok basketball player and current volunteer coach for the Lady Kahok basketball team. She's going to man the camera for the rest of this half, and it is 16-13. Close game here between Collinsville and Belleville East. Lancers have the ball first. They bring it up, and that is Michael Olden. Olden over on the far side for Smith. Smith, top of the key for Fetters. Fetters dribbles the ball for a moment, gives it back up to Olden on the wing. Now back out toward the top of the key. That is Crowder, and a travel. So we pick up right where we left off with lots of turnovers here in this contest between these two clubs. Hopefully we can curb that particular category down here in this second half. Collinsville breaking a little backcourt pressure being put on by Belleville East, and a travel by Bardwell. So each team with one possession, each team with a travel. Varsity game coming up right after this one. We'll shut the JV game down on the YouTube channel, and we'll reset it all and fire it back up. As the Lancers with the ball. Greenfield turnaround shot just a little bit too hard, won't go in, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring the ball back up. Here is Harris. Harris into the paint. Kicks it back out for Merlack. Top of the key. Oh, swoops in and then swoops out twice. Man, oh man. That was the closest a three-point shot Collinsville has made today. Rebound belongs to the Kahawks, though. Over to Bardwell. Bardwell stands right in front of her coach, Steve Snyder. Gives it up to Montgomery. Dribble drive, one bounce, kicks it out into the corner. Bardwell with it in the paint, takes the shot, and can't get the friendly roll. And the rebound this time belongs to the Lancers. They bring it up court, and off the glass. Good for two for Deja Smith, and she's fouled, and she will go to the free throw line with a chance to tie this game. Foul for Collinsville. That was on, okay, Lucy Montgomery. I thought he said 33, but it's 43. Free throw line, and Smith can't connect on the one shot she gets, and now we're going to have a foul by Smith, I believe, as she kind of latched on to Merlack there when Merlack got the ball, and that's exactly what happened. So Smith gets the 2 points, misses the freebie on the end, and then commits the foul to give the ball back to Collinsville. After the rebound, by the way. Here is Merlack up across the way to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky traveled as well. Man, oh, man. I don't know. Was the floor sticky? It was slick over on this side when everybody was sliding. Over there, it seems like everybody's getting their foot stuck on something and stutter stepping. 16-15 remains the score. 1 point lead for Collinsville. Here on the wing, that is Smith. She'll launch a three from there, and she'll hit it. Deja Smith clicked on that three and gives her team, I believe, their first lead of the day. Here is Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky gets around Greenfield. Off the glass, can't get it to go in, though. And the rebound belongs to Belleville East. Lancers get it all the way up to Olden with nobody there. And Olden off the glass for two, and all of a sudden, here come the Lady Lancers, and Coach Schneider's seen enough. He wants a timeout, so we'll take a timeout right along with him, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Back here at Collinsville High School, it's been a rash of turnovers, and if you're a Kahawk fan, those turnovers have really hurt because and then we have another foul. And that's going to be the second one here in this quarter by Smith, because they've turned all those turnovers into points, or most of them anyway. 7-0 run here by Belleville East to start this third quarter. Collinsville went from a 3-point lead to trailing by 4. Into the corner it goes for Merlack. Almost missed that, and a double dribble will give the ball back to Belleville East. Collinsville can't get out of their own way right now. Inbound pass comes in. In case you didn't hear the referee say, here we go. All the way up, and here's Olden. On to the wing for Fetters. Into the corner for Smith. Smith, a bounce pass outside the lane for Greenfield, and she's checked from behind by Katie Bardwell. Bardwell will pick up her first foul. Collinsville will pick up foul number 3, or maybe, no, that's just the second one. So each team with 2. Inbound pass will come from Olden. Offset to the left underneath her basket. Her right, my left, to Fetters. Fetters dribbles around the perimeter, gives to Smith. She'll launch another 3, high arc, and then she'll get her own rebound and put it back up. Can't get it to go in again. And this time, the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks trail by 4. Merlack in the paint. Takes the shot off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Rebound on the ground, and it belongs to Fetters. The Lancers bring the ball back up. And a bounce pass just outside the lane, and a dribble drive underneath is off of the bottom of the rim. And then Harris controls the loose ball, brings it up. Here is Rabashitsky, drives baseline, has it knocked out of her hands by Olden, and Collinsville will inbound from down there. We are under the 5-minute mark, and that means that we have a mask timeout. Chris Keller trying to get the attention of the referees to let them know that, and they finally do. So mask timeout is called on the floor. We will step aside as well, and we'll be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Inbound pass comes in, and Willis banks it off the glass for Collinsville. Kahawks on the board for the first time here in this second half. Here's Belleville East. That shot goes over the basket completely, and the Lancers get their own loose ball at the top of the key. Now back over onto the wing. That is Crowder, and Crowder double dribbles. And the turnover woes continue here for both teams. I think we've had more turnovers in this quarter than points scored. 2-point lead belongs to the Lancers. Here is Rabashitsky. Bounces over the lane for Bardwell. Into the corner for Montgomery. Montgomery quickly gets double teamed. Back out front will go. And Rabashitsky, tell you what, the swarming defense of Belleville East making it hard for the Lady Kahawks to even pass the ball. Here is Merlack. Halfway through quarter number 3, Collinsville trails by 2. Rabashitsky, top of the key, gives it up on the wing for Bardwell. Bardwell back out front for Emma Rabashitsky. And then over onto the wing. Back out front. Merlack. Bardwell. Bardwell. Off the high glass. Can't get it to go. Ball in the corner, and last touched by Belleville East. They couldn't track it down before it went out of bounds. And Collinsville will get a second life here on this possession. Rabashitsky due to inbound. Far sideline in the corner. Baseline sideline to Willis. Willis to Montgomery. Montgomery gets around Greenfield. Gives it up for Willis off the high glass, and back-to-back 2-pointers for Willis. And Collinsville has tied this thing back up. 20-20. Here is Olden. Olden over on the far side loses control of the ball, and now it's going to be a timeout. Coach Snyder's like, how many timeouts I got left? He doesn't even know how many timeouts because he's been calling them every time his team clamps onto the ball right before they blow the whistle for a jump ball. He gets a timeout called. So we will jump aside as well, and we're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Back here live at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Collinsville has tied it. Lancers putting on some back pressure in the back court. Collinsville can't break it. Oh, they're going to say it was knocked out of bounds by Belleville East. Are they? No, white ball, he said, yeah. I was surprised at that one as well. I thought for sure Merlack was the last one to touch that one, but maybe it was poked out of her hand right underneath our location. You would figure I had the perfect view, right? Inbound pass comes into Montgomery. Lucy dribbles with the left hand, stops that dribble and gives it up to Bardwell. Bardwell penetrates from the left side, but we're going to have a foul call before she can even get in the perimeter. And that foul is going to belong to Jordan Crowder. And Crowder picks up her second, team third. And with 2:56 left to play here in this third quarter, Collinsville trying to see if they can break this 20-20 tie. Here is Bardwell. Bardwell gets it up to Montgomery. Montgomery on the wing, then over to the top of the key for Rabashishki. Rabashishki looking for some room in the paint, dumps it off on the move. Now over on the far side, it's Montgomery, and Montgomery is fouled, and this one's going to belong to Madeline Greenfield, and Greenfield will pick up her third foul. Team's fourth. Greenfield will head out, and Kirsten Rogers, the freshman, will come back in. Inbound pass from Bardwell underneath of her own basket. Does so to Montgomery off the glass, good for two. Give and go on the inbound, and the tie has been broken. Collinsville back out front by 2 points. Here comes the Lancers. They almost lost the ball. Now they do. Rabashishki comes up with the loose rock. She'll race in, try to beat the defense. Too high off the glass. Too hard. And it bounced right over the rim, but Rabashishki was getting closed in upon quickly from behind by two Lady Lancers. One of them made contact. Which one? And they're going to call it against Micah Olden. Olden will pick up her third foul. Team fifth. And it's a technical foul, so Emma Rabashishki at the free throw line by herself. She's already 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Make it 3 for 3. Next one. And that one won't stay in. Collinsville retains possession of the ball, though, with the 3-point lead and 2:23 left to play here in this third quarter. Lots of whistles in this game because we've had a combined, probably 30-something turnovers. Inbound pass picked off by Belleville East, and then falling on the ball. Oh, man, trying to get it out of her hands was Olden. She rolled the ball to Fetters, but it goes a la Bill Buckner style, right between her legs and down the first baseline. So one turnover deserves another turnover. Here is Montgomery. Montgomery with Willis. Bounce pass to her, but she couldn't keep it in. And she shoves it right into the hands of Crowder. Crowder almost stepped out of bounds with it, but she kept her feet and brings it back up court with a chance to tie or at least get to within one. Here is Fetter who travels. She caught that ball and took about 2 steps and then hopped one more just to be sure. Thirty-nine turnovers in this game is what I count between two teams. That is a lot of turnovers. Almost another one as Montgomery almost took one too many steps. Up to Galan. Galan stops at the free throw line, backs it up for Bardwell. Over on the far side, Harris back to Bardwell. Now on this wing for Merlack, into the corner and baseline. No room for Willis to move, so back to Merlack it goes. And she'll have that ball stuffed back in her face. Gets it back, throws a shot up, and wow, that one made it in on a wing and a prayer. Here's Smith. Far side for Fetters. Fetters back out to the top of the key now for Crowder. Crowder being hassled by Merlack, and Merlack got one too many swipes in there, and she'll get called for her first foul this afternoon. Comes with 1:11 left here in this third quarter, 25-20 in favor of Collinsville. Kahok's third team foul here in the second half. Inbound pass will come in from Crowder. Does so to Adams. Shawnice Adams. Back out at midcourt, and then we're going to have a little bit too much contact there by Willis. And Willis will pick up her third. Inbound pass to Smith. Smith with it. Travels from the top of the key inside the left wing. Takes a shot, won't float in. And the rebound is into the corner, and Willis will haul it down for Collinsville. Gives it up to Harris. Harris streaks up that far sideline. Puts on the brakes on the left wing. And then Merlack back in the slot. Over here onto the left wing for Bardwell. Back over, on the right side. And Harris couldn't handle that ball, and another turnover. Collinsville now with their 18th turnover. Lancers have 22. 40 seconds left here in quarter number 3. 5-point lead for the Kahawks. This is usually when the Lancers shine during that last minute of a quarter. They have in the previous 2. 3-point shot. That one's going to go out of bounds. That was way short. .27 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Bardwell. It's the inbound pass from Merlack over to Rabashitsky. Back to Bardwell. Bardwell across the line for Gillan. Gillan into the perimeter. Pulls up, takes a shot. That's too short. Rebound is picked up. Actually, that's a turnover. Didn't hit anything, really. And then Smith has the ball picked off out of her back pocket. And Collinsville brings it back up again. Here's Rabashitsky on the far sideline. 3 seconds left. Bardwell, top of the key. Shot at the buzzer. No good. They almost got that one in, did the Kahawks, but it rings right out. And we head to the fourth quarter with your Collinsville Kahawks leading by 5 points. We will take a timeout. And when we come back, fourth quarter action. That'll be heading your way in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Well, the Kahawks managed to outscore Belleville East in that third quarter, 9-7. Collinsville has outscored the Belleville East Lady Lancers in every quarter, although the Lancers took a lead for a little while here in this third quarter. Collinsville retains their lead and adds to it on a little pop and drop from about 6 feet out for Gillan. And the Kahawks now lead 27-20. Lancers on the move and a ball on the ground, and it's picked up by the lady who dropped it, Olden, and then she gets it in to Jordan Crowder, and Crowder uses the glass to give herself her first 2 points here in this second half. Well, this should be a fun fourth quarter, the way things have been going in this game, as Bardwell gets double-teamed, finds Rabashitsky, and into the corner, way over the head of the 6-foot-tall Maisie Gillan. th turnover for the Kahawks. Here's the Lancers bringing it up in the form of Micah Olden. Onto the wing now for Adams. Baseline, Brewer drives, takes the shot, and can't get it to fall. And the rebound belongs to Ricky Merlack. Merlack gets it up to Bardwell. Bardwell all the way up court, and that one's knocked out of bounds by a streaking Jordan Crowder, who is trying to play free safety and come in for the interception right in front of Emma Rabashitsky. Rabashitsky inbounds to Bardwell, and she overshoots the basket. But there is Galan to pick up the rebound and put it back in, and Maisie now has 6 points in this game. Collinsville back out to that 7-point lead. Here is Olden. Olden gets the ball into the hands of Crowder. Crowder, is she going to turn the ball over? Gets her loose ball right back. Brewer takes it. She can't handle it. Throws up a shot and a prayer over the back of her head, and somehow or another, Collinsville comes away with that rebound. Here is Olden. Olden. That is Harris to Merlack. Merlack just outside lane, had it bounce off of her shoe. Another turnover for Collinsville, and the Lancers with a chance to dig into that 7-point Kahok lead. Here comes Jordan Crowder. Crowder all the way up in the corner. 3-point shot from Olden is good. Left her wide open. Her second 3-point shot made this afternoon. And that brings Belleville East back to within 4, and another turnover. And now the Lancers another chance to dig into this lead and back into the corner. Another 3-point try. That one won't go in. And the rebound is on the ground and being fought for. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Lancers. Smith comes back in for East. Montgomery comes back in for Collinsville. Brewer to the bench for the Lancers, and Galan back to the bench for Collinsville. Inbound pass comes all the way out front to Adams. Adams back over on the wing now for Crowder. Here on the left side. 5.5 minutes to go in quarter number 4. Plenty of time. 4-point lead for Collinsville. Lancers not going away, though. Smith, floater off the fingertips, won't go. And the rebound saved by Belleville East, but right back into the hands of one of the Collinsville Lady Kahawks, and that was the young lady who has the ball right now, Ricky Merlack. Merlack across the timeline, almost stepped over. Oh, she did. Merlack not aware of where her feet were, and she shuffled them, and that right leg went back over the line. Here is Greenfield under the basket. Turnaround shot, no good, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by Greenfield. And with that, we are under 5 minutes to go. That means it is time for a mask break, and we'll take that mask break right along with the young ladies, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Todd Duke, Lauren Lee back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 4:53 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville leads 29-25. Lady Kahawks came in on the junior varsity side with a 4-3 record. Belleville East came in at 3-1. To the line, Merlack, and she gets around Smith, but there is Olden to take the ball right away. Olden comes in, had the ball taken away by Bardwell, but Bardwell is going to get called for a foul on the play. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Steve Schneider says, where's the contact? She grabbed the ball right out of her hands, which means that she grabbed onto the ball. She grabbed onto her arm, then that would be a different story, but I don't see an arm out of socket anywhere, so I Guessing it was all ball. That is Bardwell's second, and at the free throw line, Micah Olden missed the first one and hits the second one. So, Lancers get it back to within 3. And still putting on some backcourt pressure are the Lancers. Here is Merlack. Merlack better hurry and gets it over across the line to her teammate Bardwell. Back to Merlack, into the corner for Rabashevsky. Baseline, pulls up 4 feet out, throws it over the basket. See, these little turnovers are the ones that hurt because that didn't touch anything, so it's not considered a rebound. It's considered a turnover. And there's been a few times in the game today where shots have been taken and it hits neither glass nor rim and counts as a turnover instead of a rebound. Had a lot of rebounds, too. Maisie Galan checks back into the game, as does Denasia Willis. Montgomery and Harris to the bench. Inbound pass coming right in front of the scorer's table at the very end. And it bounces in from Crowder to Olden. Olden on the left wing, inside the perimeter. Dumps it off inside the paint. Off the glass, no good, a little bit too short. Now we're going to have another foul. And this one is going to belong to, I believe, Galan. And it will. Maisie will pick up her second. That is the team's 7th. It was a shooting foul, though, so back to the free throw line. Jordan Crowder, she is 0 for 1 from there here in this one, and no longer 0 for. 2-point contest. One more coming for Crowder. That one is no good. Rebound being volleyed for. Crowder finds it after it touches a few different fingers. Crowder gets another rebound. And another shot put back up off the glass. Holy cow. That was high off the glass. And that one put in by Olden. We're tied again. Oh, sorry. No, we're not. It's a 1-point lead. I forgot to put the free throw on there. 30-29. Lancers have a 1-point lead. 3:46 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville with the ball, but possessions have been hard to maintain in this contest. Ricky Merlack in the backcourt. Brings it across to Galan. Maisie from the left wing over to the right wing for Bardwell. Bardwell over to Rabashevsky. Rabashevsky into the paint for Willis. Back out front for Merlack. 3-point shot. That one's just a little bit short. Just a little. Looked good when it left her hand, but just did not have enough distance. Lancers will try a three of their own, and that one's a little too strong. Rebound, put back up and in by Jordan Crowder. And now the Lancers extend that lead to 3 points. Here is Rabashevsky. Bounces the ball over to Merlack, who bounces it to Galan, who shoots a three. That one's too far and skips across the rim. And the ball ends up out of bounds, being touched last by Micah Olden. So Collinsville will get it, trailing by 3 with exactly 3 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Bardwell triggers the inbound pass. Montgomery back in the game as Rabashevsky goes to the bench for a break. And now a steal by the Lancers after a couple of ill-advised pass attempts by Belleville East. And the Lancers looking to extend that lead. Here's Smith with a rainbow shot. That one misses the mark. And there is Montgomery, and a travel by Montgomery. She planted those feet, they didn't move. She got a hold of that ball, those feet didn't move, and then she got pressure from behind, and I still didn't see him move. Man, oh man, tough crowd. Here's Olden, and a travel. Handed back the other way, and the trend of turnovers continues here in this one. 2:37 left to play in the fourth quarter. Lancers lead by 3, 32-29. Rabashevsky catches her breath, comes back into the game, and receives the inbound pass from Merlack. Over to Bardwell. Bardwell. Rabashevsky across the way to Montgomery. Montgomery into the perimeter, and a blocking foul called against Madeline Greenfield. That'll be her 4th, and that'll be the team's 7th. Each team now with 7, and it's 1-and-1 time. So here's where we can pick up some points Lucy Montgomery to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon, trying to add to her 6 points. First one, good. She'll stay for a bonus. Need to hit these while you have a chance. Next one, also good. That's the way to do it. Montgomery helping her team out. 1 point game. Lancers with the ball. Over onto the wing now for Crowder. Crowder dribbles inside into the paint, crosses the lane, gives it up for Adams. She'll shoot from the corner. A little too strong. There's Merlack with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks bring it up, trailing by 1. 2:05 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here's Bardwell. Bardwell across the free throw line. Gives it up for Willis on the left wing to the right side. Make that the left side now for Rabashewski. She'll make her way toward the baseline. Try to dump it off to Bardwell in the paint, but that's picked off out of midair by Smith. Smith with a head of steam off the glass. Good for 2 for Deja Smith. Back out in front by 3 are the Lancers. Here's Bardwell getting double teamed. Gives it back to Merlack. Merlack better hurry up and get it across the line. Spin move. Spins right into Adams. And Adams will take it off the high glass for 2 points. And Collinsville is giving themselves their own trouble to deal with right here. 36-31. 5-point lead for the Lancers with 1:20 left to play. Here is Montgomery. Montgomery kicks it out to Rabashewski for 3. That one's a little short. Collinsville cannot hit that 3-point shot today. Rabashewski to Bardwell off of her hands. Bardwell smacks the ball back out over into the midcourt. It's going to be picked up there by Olden. Bounce pass underneath. Crowder can't get it to fall. Rebound on the ground. Can't get it over the head of Montgomery, and we're going to have a jump ball called and possession arrow in favor of Collinsville. Man. Kahawks with their backs against the walls. They trail by 5. 57.4 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass comes into Merlack. Collinsville doesn't have that much time to waste. They get the ball across the line. Rabashewski to Montgomery. Montgomery pulls up in front of Greenfield. She was standing there the whole way. Rabashewski, her shot goes over the basket again. And the rebound by Bardwell. Free throw line blocked, but a foul is coming up. And that one is going to go into the favor of Willis. And the young freshman will head to the free throw line as foul number 8 as the team belongs to Shawnice Adams. That's her 3rd. Willis, her first trip to the free throw line in this game. High and a little too strong. Kahawks trail by 5. I'd like to get this one here from Willis. That one's a little too strong as well, and the rebound belongs to Belleville East. We're down to 35 seconds left. And the pass over to Smith. Smith on the wing, and a foul by Rabashewski. Collinsville's going to have to do that now. 28.1 seconds left. And it'll be 1-and-1 time here for Deja Smith. Rabashewski picks up her first, each team with 8. And Smith is 0 for 1 from the free throw line this afternoon. Good. She'll have a bonus. That makes it a 6-point game. Collinsville facing the task of having to get 2 3-pointers. If this one's made, it'll be a 3-possession game, and that is going to be tough to come back from. Boys won at Belleville East, 60-44 on the JV side of things. Here's Montgomery to Willis, left all alone off the glass. Good for 2, but is it going to be too little too late? 16.5 seconds left. A timeout on the floor called by Collinsville, and we'll step aside as well. We are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt. Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Lancers with the ball and a 5-point lead. And that one's punched right back out of bounds by Bardwell. And the inbound pass again coming in from Adams. And now a timeout called by Garrett Guest, the Lancers head coach. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here for this one. 15.7 seconds left. 33 for Collinsville, 38 for Belleville East. Collinsville led at the end of every quarter by 1 after 1, by 3 after 2, by 5 after 3. But the Lancers have never gone away all day. Matter of fact, they've made some spirited comebacks at the end of almost every quarter. At one point, Collinsville was up by 10. And within a matter of seconds, the Lancers got it back to within 3. Inbound pass coming in from Crowder. Crowder gets it in, and it's a loose ball, and it is out of bounds. No, they're going to call a foul. They were both on the ground. Ooh, Coach Snyder's livid, and I don't blame him at all, man. Both of those players were on the ground fighting for that ball, and you're going to call somebody on a push? Man, that's a tough pill to swallow right there. To the free throw line, Micah Olden. She's 1 for 2 from there. 12.7 seconds left. Inbound, so the free throw is good. And looks like the Lancers are going to go on to win this game. No good on the second one, but the rebound is put back up and in by Deja Smith, and that is pretty much all over but the shouting here. 41-33, 3 seconds left, and Murlack at the buzzer, off the glass, can't get it to fall, and that's the way that this one comes to a close. Belleville East improves to 4-1 on the varsity side, while Collinsville drops to 4-4. We're going to shut everything down, and we'll refire everything back up for the varsity game, and we'll do that here in just a little bit. But for the moment, we'll sign off and back with the varsity game in just a little bit here on the Kahok Sports Network.